When you think audiophile gear, you may not immediately think of Sony, but the company has brought to CES 2017 a collection that would make any audiophile's mouth water, maybe any audiophile weep. I just listened to a little bit of Paul Simon, and this collection was absolutely incredible. Now let's break it down here, and let's start with these headphones, the MDR Z1R. Now, the headphones have a lot of really interesting form factors, as you can see. It's all aluminum across the band. They're handmade in Japan. They have this bevel here that's apparently used for acoustic channeling of the sound, and they're designed to sound just like a studio that Sony was trying to replicate. $20,000 speakers, which the engineers didn't know what they were called, but these sound absolutely luscious, beautiful, gorgeous, golden sound coming out of these headphones. Inside here you see a really interesting design. It's a 70mm driver. That's a big driver for a headphone like this, and they do have big bass, but it's balanced well, and it is just a luscious sound, as I mentioned earlier, all the way across the sound signature. Now, we paired this, or Sony has paired it rather, with their brand new high-resolution audio player. Now, like a lot of companies that are getting into the high-res audio player game, Sony is using copper. Now, the reason they use copper on the outside here is because it tends to give the audio player a little bit of a warmer sound. And then, just for a little bit of opulence, Sony has put some gold plating on the outside of this thing. Now, this player will handle just about any track you can send to it. It does DSD at 11.2 megahertz. It'll go up to 328 kilohertz, 32-bit sound. If you can find a track, it will play it. ALAC, FLAC, you name it. And you know, it's running on the new Android system. The one thing we noticed is it's so brand new that the OLED screen is almost sticky, but it's got a pretty easy to use, fairly intuitive operating system here. And there's one more piece of the puzzle, which is Sony's new headphone amplifier, the TAZH1ES. Now this baby is designed to be your desktop DAC amplifier, and it has all kinds of connections here. You can see it's got the XLR4, it's got two unbalanced, both 3.5mm and a 1/4 inch. It also has this proprietary 4.4mm input, which is used with this Kimber cable. We'll get to that in a second. It also has this balanced LR here. This thing is really pretty, it looks great, and again, as part of the signal chain, it was just creating some immaculate sound for us here. They're touting it also as a way to transfer your vinyl, because it has a very nice ADC as well. So if you want to transfer your vinyl and get the best resolution, they're recommending this piece here. And one last piece of the puzzle is this MUC820SB1. Thank you for naming it so complicated, Sony. It is a cable. It's the proprietary 4.4mm cable. It's a Kimber cable, and this will cost you up to $280. So let's get to the price here. We've got the $280 cable here. We've got a $3,200 to $3,300 high-res music player here. $2,200 for the desktop stand. That's the bargain of the deal here. And then the $2,300 headphones. This is a lot of money for a lot of high-end gear. It's a very niche product. But let me tell you something, this is one of the most beautiful audiophile experiences I've had at CES. Gorgeous collection, just gorgeous sound, and I've only spent about 2 minutes with it. I was struck. So Sony is really going at the high-res game. They've got the money to do it, and they've got the gear, it looks like.